We always have this saying, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, so this kind of debt don't clear on.
Once again, we are very happy to have Peter with us. Now, Peter is a veteran in the financial planning and services industry in Singapore. He's a great example of fresh graduate, became a financial advisor, became so successful, rose up to be a manager, built a large team, and he's now the agency director of Distinct Professional Group, DPG. And also, he's also a partner of RLC. Peter, so glad to have you today. Would you like to say hi to our audience?
Hello, hi everyone. It's nice to be back here.
Yes, Peter, so glad to have you. Would you want to introduce yourself to our audience? What do you do for your career?
Okay, so basically, I've been with my company for the past 14 years. And one small interesting fact is that this is actually my first job. I've never changed anything. So right from the army, I have chanced upon this industry. So what I am currently doing is focusing a lot of doing strategic planning and actually doing a lot of coaching with my agents and for those people who have come to me for help. This is a very different job scope compared to what I did 5 years ago, where previously I was focusing a lot on individual financial planning.
Very nice, Peter. Now, Peter, knowing you personally, I know that you are a very family man, but yet you are very successful in your career. Now, can you share with us how did you do that?
I'm quite decisive and I compartmentalize my time accordingly. So a lot of people ask me this question, how do I balance between my work and my career and my family? So I always tell them, Monday to Friday, I'm always working. I will have work late, no issues. But the moment midnight comes, Saturday, Sunday, I don't work. I will put down whatever it is and I don't work. Unless it is very urgent, then I will work. If not, my Saturday, Sunday is usually for us to go church or to go family. And having my wife to stay home to take care of the kids would definitely be a great help. Because many years back, we made this painful decision to have me going out to work and she staying home to take care of kids. And that decision, a lot of people, in their opinion, will feel that there'll be a drop in income, which is true, because suddenly instead of dual income, it becomes single income. But I guess that when a man is more focused at work and doesn't really need to be too bothered with at-home affairs, the result is actually can be quite tremendous.
I think you share a very important principle that for you, Monday to Friday are reserved for career, for your work, for responsibility, but for weekend is strictly for family. I think that's a very clear principle you have. Now, can you share with us, there must be an incident in the past that, in a sense, triggered you and your wife to make such an arrangement. What was the incident?
I guess it boils down to the way that I was brought up. I came from a single parent family, and with that in place, I grew up having always my mom always talking about to us about lacking of money, always quarreling about things and that. So to me, I didn't have a complete family since young, and I was always envy of my friend. Wow, go to your house. Why is it that they are both parents always talking to each other, so loving, etc. So then I guess that when I got to know my wife, we really sat down and then to ask ourselves, what is it that we want? And I am very thankful that to have found someone who is very in line with me and it is willing to take a step back. Because being a woman in today's society is not easy. And everyone wants to be in limelight in one way or another. But yet my wife has very gladly decided to take a step back from the limelight and to be a stay-home. But I can tell you, her occupation as a homemaker is far more greater than me, because the things that she is doing is 24/7. There are no off day for her. You get what I mean? Yeah. So for that, I am truly very thankful.
Wow. You see, I really like it when you share, right, that both of you, you and your wife, you talk about priority in your life, and both of you agree on the same set of priority. That's why, a family can be so strong, going through all seasons of life together.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure, Peter, you've met many clients or even, young financial advisor. Now, I'm pretty sure some of them will ask you something like, Peter, which one should come first? Career come first or family come first?
My answer to them is very simple. Where are you right now? Which life stage? Are you in your 20s or are you in your 30s? If today I meet someone who is in their 20s, I will tell them, focus on career first. But have a timeline. Have a timeline. Because in your 20s, you are young. You have no commitment. Go out and try as many things as you want. Go out and make mistakes. Go outside to fail. Because the only best thing that you can have when you go out to work is to fail and learn. Right? But when you are 30, to me, I will take a different stand. Settle your family first. In Chinese, they say saying 成家立业. Over time, to me, it makes a lot of sense because when a man settles down the family, you will have a lot of focus at work. And most importantly, as I mentioned in my previous episode, love is the most powerful force behind every one of us. And because when you have set up a family, your love for your children, for your wife will be so tremendous that day in, day out, you know why you are working hard for. It's because you want to make a good future for every one of them. You want to make sure that you spend quality time with them and not spending a lot of time worrying about stuff, quarreling, and etc.
Wow, I like your answer because your answer basically tells us, there are different seasons or stages in our life. And because of these different seasons and stages, right, I think our priority might get changed, depends
Yes.
on. That is word of wisdom. Very, very good. Now,
Thank you.
Just ask you something probably a little bit now. Can you recall an incident where you had to neglect your family time to attend to work? How did you get the support from your family?
I guess I compensate by taking a weekday off. Because I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm self-employed, so my time is pretty flexible. So if I do really, really need to work on the weekend, so what I do is on the weekday morning, typically it's usually in the morning, that I will take a break, half-day break. And I will accompany my wife for grocery shopping or spend time with my kids if there's a need. Because to us, me and my wife, we already had this very clear understanding that when any time for off from family, I will compensate back in a weekday if I could. And of course, not forgetting that if I have long overdue of debts to pay, then all I need to do is to cater time to block out myself to go for a long holiday. And that will solve everything.
Wow, that's
right?
Nice.
We always have this saying, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, so this kind of debt don't clear.
Happy wife, happy life. Now, Peter, I think what you share is a very good principle. It's like, it's not only about sharing and telling your family that you value them, but you really, take an example, by your real action. Now, Peter, thank you so much for sharing today. We have learned so much from you. Now, for the audience who are watching this, I know COVID-19 has changed the way we live and we work. I know that some of you are finding it even more difficult to manage family and work-life balance. Now, we hope that this session has helped you in finding some practical tips. And for the candidates who are thinking of joining Peter, we have just presented the culture of himself and his organization to you. So please feel free to reach out to either Peter or myself if you would like to explore further. Now, I'm running recruitment for him as well. Peter, thank you so much for the session today. I wish that you be in good health and be prosperous even as your soul prospers.